This channel, this message, is for people who came and went and stumbled into life naive. I'm not saying too naive, because it is a blessing. It was a blessing. And I don't want you to feel bad or guilty or even ashamed for being good, for being naive, you know? Um, so this was your blessing. You was this light in the dark. But you have been drawn so deep into this darkness now that you had to learn something, that you had to save yourself, that you had to mature, and you will have to develop a more mature, different, unknown, new blessing. This message is for people who felt alienated, not because they feel alienated from themselves. No. They felt that the world of man is alien. That most people are alien in some way. They do strange things. They have strange motivations. They act strange. They plan strange. They create strange lives. And they insist and narrate and justify all of this. But you can't relate to it. You don't. You're just on a different frequency. And maybe if you go into another country, somewhere where the people have less money, you might find out, oh, there's more people where I feel like they're on my frequency. All right? And now I have got a concept to explain this, of course, from Sam Rakhmin. Why we feel alienated from the human-made world from the day we were born. Why all the things we have been taught and the suggested models of society, everything seems off, seems fake, seems wrong. And the model to describe this is, these are indeed fantastic spaces. These are fantasies. These are abstract ideas that rely on external validation and belief. And if you don't believe in them, they are worthless. So let me try to explain to you the concept of fantastic spaces filled with symbols that are manipulated. Fantastic spaces is everything that is not nature, that is not connected in a functional, communicative, sustained way. Sustain means it is not capitalistic in the sense of it needs always to grow and win and consume and grow. No, it means it must sustain itself. It is an order, it is an organic, orchestrated, cyclic, repeating circle of life. And this is very different than the man-made world. The man-made world instead, nowadays, today, and since a long time, the Romans already did this very much. They created states. Ants do this probably too. Bees. They create fantastic spaces. These are abstracted spaces where everybody believes who is the queen, who has to work. And it means that you do not get respect and recognition based on your true performance. You gain respect and recognition based on a narration that is created externally. So it can be that you are the person of a team that works and performs the most. And in this team, everybody knows it because the team itself is kind of a living community. They know it. They call you the berserker. But this team is also a fantastic space because the boss will ask the person in the highest hierarchy, ask, what did you do today? And this guy will say, oh, we did this. Who did it? Oh, we are a team, you know. While in reality there might be one individual who did 70% of everything, but he will not get the recognition for this. He is stupid, all right? This person might enjoy to perform, might enjoy his work, but within a fantastic space, it's stupid to do this. In a fantastic space, everything is narration, is a projected image, is a fake image, is power and influence over the symbols. You get me? The manipulated symbols are people, money, units of time, everything that can be measured. And we would intuitively not measure people. But narcissists and psychopaths and even economists have to measure people. They make a table and they write one person can perform this amount of work in this amount of time, and this is the same as this individual person. And the person gets so much recognition. Okay? So this means people who have a very natural connection to life and know what they are and know how they perform, what they do, how important they are for an environment, what emotional importance they have for people around them, that know how much they perform, what they do every day, but they don't need external validation for it. They just do it because they enjoy it. These people get no recognition at all in a fantastic space. These people are considered stupid. They get pushed over the edge. They get taken advantage over them. It's easy to say, look what we do here in this house. We're thriving here. Yet there is someone who gets the recognition for this and another one who is performing for all of this. You get it? This is why for natural people, for intuitive introverts, empaths, call them what you want, this world seems alien. A world where the recognition of what you get, the image, is not real. It's not connected to what you do, how you perform, how important you are for other people. No, it's connected to the image that you project and create and the influence you have over others via abusive, corrupt strategies. Okay? So this explains a lot. This concept explains a lot. It explains that the world we're living in consists out of a multitude of fantastic spaces that are connected via narration. Okay? We are not a community where everybody feels what the other person feels and knows what the other person knows, and everything is evident, and thus we know who's an abuser and who's not an abuser and who is supporting the community and who's not supporting the community. No. We have people who are very toxic and malevolent, who are a sickness, who are detrimental for the health of a lot of people around them, who get a lot of recognition for things they don't do, who have a fake social status. But we have to understand that this is normal. This is reality. This is the world we live in. We have to adapt to it. We can't call it out anymore. It's taking over. This is normal. We need survival strategies for this. We need to adapt to this. We need to find niches away from that, which means it could be communities of people who live close together and experience each other so they know a lot about each other and know what their worth is and create the goods they consume, and so on. In this, in this, in this field, or when you are do something that is productive, and you offer it, and people value this, they pay you for the fact that you create something authentic. You can't compete with a machine, with a 3D printer. No, you don't want to. And there must be some customer that values that. This way, you have a niche. All right. But if you compete with an algorithm, with machines, with 3D printers, with artificial intelligence, with narcissistic psychopath, you are caught in a losing game. We need survival strategies. We need to accept this. We can't turn this around anymore, all right? See, I believe the democracies that we have will turn quite autocratic. So it might become democracies in the foreground, but they will become states and institutions that kind of stick to the influence and power. They just project a picture of democracy. We also have to think about child education, because if we teach children like we did before, the neurocortex is very important, social skills, sharing, understanding, forgiving, a combination out of the philosophies of the ancient Greek combined with Christianity is our moral code. We need to add something to that. We need to prepare children to deal with narcissistic psychopaths. Or if a child is a narcissistic psychopath, we see this already, then what do we do? I don't know. I don't have a concept for everything right now. But these children are actually well adapted for the world we're living in. Okay? So I just wanted to explain in which direction my next messages might go. I will really need a whiteboard or blackboard, something to visualize this, to explain this, concept a little bit better, how these fantastic spaces are connected, what the symbols are, how this matrix works, and where the niches can be, how we have to deal with this when we wake up to that truth. Because we should not fight it. We should also not feel like we are victims of this. We just have to maneuver in this brave new world.